everyone, and welcome to Arteagan Weekend Bread, your spiritual board meeting for the weekend of Friday, May 1st to Sunday, May 3rd, 2020. I am your Madam President of the Arteagan, Natalee, spelled Natalee. I welcome you to stay for all of the psychic, tarot, astrology, and Arteagan reports, or feel free to skip ahead as you are guided. I hereby officially call this meeting to order. Okay. Tea. Let's move into the minutes recap, my loves, to last weekend when Pluto went retrograde. Take a moment to reflect on any themes of toxicity, toxic waste flushing. That's Scorpio. That's the colon. That's the system. It's the waste system and how it leaves. Okay, I'm prepping you guys for the Scorpio full moon on May 7th. So take a moment over this past week to see what's been coming up inside of you that needs to be flushed, that needs to be done away with, that is toxic. Okay? And just let's not sit in that energy too long. We want to know what it is. We don't want to stew in it. So let's go ahead and move forward and continue into the President's Report. Well, it is a bit of a crisis moment with this quarter moon in Leo. And my only note here is perseverance, is to keep going and try and have the faith and the confidence that universe is giving you the experiences that you need to have in order to grow, in order to evolve, in order to be the best. I don't want to say the best version of yourself. It's not it. It's to be your most aligned that you can possibly be. That's what we're striving for, is that not just alignment, but consistent alignment, to stay aligned. Also, a little story. So this morning I went to, there's a little spider and he was near the door. So I just was sort of reaching behind me to grab something, some piece of paper to kind of scoot him out. And I picked up a tarot card and it's so perfect. It's so perfect. This is the Moonology deck and it's the full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. So that's what I want to start with, is reading from the book what this means, because it's perfect. If you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation you are asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotionally intense time, since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card, and if that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel as toxic. And don't let that ugliness and that nastiness bait you into responding in kind. You don't want to meet fire with fire. That's not the point, okay? It's time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully. Grudges are toxic. Let something go. Could also herald the end of an argument. Okay, one more little part. The full moon in Scorpio has a sting in its tail. It can herald a vindictive end to a relationship. It can also be a time when we want to be good, but we're naughty. If you pull this card, no matter when, your dark side and your shadow self may be showing. The full moon in Scorpio is also a time of magic. If you are thinking of making some magic, this is your sign to do it. Okay, so I immediately see the scorpion on the ground. I see the eagle flying above, and you get to make the decision. It's not other people baiting you into, ooh, look at this decision. And this even popped out, just like, you can be worried and fearful and live fearfully, or you can live in the vibration of happiness that you create for yourself. Okay? Oh my gosh, I just, that's the President's Report. Into the Astrology Report. The sun is in 11 degrees Taurus, the moon is in 21 degrees Leo, Mercury is in 7 degrees Taurus, Venus is in 19 degrees Gemini, Mars is in 22 degrees Aquarius, Jupiter is still in 26 degrees Capricorn, Saturn is in 1 degree Aquarius, Uranus is in 6 degree Taurus, Neptune is in 20 degrees Pisces, and Pluto is retrograding in 24 degrees and 59 minutes of Capricorn. We have some retrogrades in May. We have, what, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn. Ooh. Okay, so Friday, that Leo moon will sextile the Gemini Venus. So there's an opportunity with the sextile aspect. So any of the tension that was generated around Wednesday, around earlier in the week, the weekend, there should be a smoothing out, okay? The Leo moon also is opposing Mars in Aquarius. So while there's an opportunity, there's also a bait for anyone who wants to go right to the defensive position, right to the aggression. Gemini, Venus and Gemini is also applying in a square to Neptune and Pisces. So it could be a little bit of overconfidence, over-idealism. It could be rose-colored glasses. It could even be rose-colored glasses just being ripped off. So it's a little bit tense. Now, Saturday, Sun, Mercury, Uranus, and Taurus, all of that will trine the Virgo moon. So it really will be when the moon shifts out of that quarter moon in Leo energy into the earthy, stable energy that she'll be able to feel better in trine with Sun, Mercury, and Uranus and Taurus. So take a deep breath, everybody, okay? Astrology 101 is Wednesday, May 20th, into the Psychic Report. It's time to release negativity. It's time to release negativity, everyone, in yourself and in everyone around you and in everything around you. I know it's difficult because people, and here's something that society, that everyone's learning about energy and separating from other sources of energy and being quarantined and being alone and internet and energy exchanges virtually and whatnot, is taking responsibility for the energy exchanges that you're giving to others and receiving from others, and making sure that you are being responsible in how you steward your attention and your energy and who you surround yourself with. Practical Magic Level 1 is Thursday, May 14th. Tarot Talk is Wednesday, May 28th. Tickets for all those classes are available on the website. You guys already know that. She says we're done. We're going to do 2 layers here. And we are doing the Celtic Cross. There's a situation. That's why I'm like, oh no, we're doing Celtic. I can feel it. There's the 4 of Swords, there's the 10 of Pentacles, and there is the 3 of Staves. Okay. There was a card left here under my shoebox. Oh my goodness. Oh, whoops. I guess that's supposed to, I'll put them with the overall energies right over here. So now we have the King of Pentacles with the 10 of Pentacles. With the 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, and 3 of Staves. It's a big house. There could be a big house here with that 10 of Pentacles. There could be some waiting or expectation. The 3 of Staves speaks to an accomplishment and then an expectation. But there's quietness, there's meditation, there's calm, there's serenity. So you could be expanding your home, you could be building your home, you could be doing really well in business as well. This is very businessy. There's some sort of, except for the house part, there's some sort of business expansion happening here. But it's the moment is, the plans could be coming together, so to speak. I get that with the 4 of Swords. Sorry, I don't know when it stopped recording. Talking about this over here, this overall, and how the business part of this, it feels like there's some meditation, there's some contemplation, if this is business for you. And the 3 of Staves speaks to an accomplishment and then an expectation. So the ships have already gone out and you're sort of but you're waiting not in a stressful state. You're seeming to be pretty calm. So, okay, let's go ahead and do your second spread. That's what I want. Let's see, we've got 1, 2 pentacles, 2 staves, 2 cups, no, 3 cups. So this is so far pretty dominantly emotional. Not by too much though. Otherwise it's kind of balanced. And 3 major arcana. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our second layer down. 2 devil cards, Capricorn energy. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. Wow. Okay, so everything's going to be okay. Whatever you're asking about, let's just tell you it's going to be okay. Ace of Swords. Ooh, Ace of Staves, the Magician, and the Justice. Wow. And 3 of Swords under that. Wow. 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 I feel like you are going towards your future here in a very valiant and heroic way. I mean, you really have something in every one of your hands. You have a sword, a stave, another wand, another sword, 2 wands, 2 swords, you know, for your overall. So whatever this is that you're waiting to hear, you've already invested money into it. You've already invested energy, attention. You've already made very big investments into this. And so you're waiting. However, you've done everything that you've done everything that you could do to, like, you did all of this is what I'm saying. Like, you initiated, you said the truth, you stuck to your integrity. You really are manifesting some sort of justice as well. So I feel like there is a bit of an imbalance, and so you are going to do everything, or you have done. You've either done this before the weekend or as you're going into the weekend, or it is just the overall energy for the weekend that you're going to be doing that, and you're going to be channeling that energy to manifest justice. So if that's the case, then moving into the weekend, you want to not lose the fire. You're going to use your sword and your stave, your sword and your wand. You're going to use, it's like if there's a little change of wind, you don't want to get depressed and fall into the negative downward spiral and then accept that fate and then blame the world that it all went to pots. No, you're going to manifest justice using your integrity, your truth, and that spirit. I'm getting this real, like, entrepreneurial spirit, but it has to do with something legal, paperwork, contracts, business, house, home, legacy, inheritance. Something due to you, though. Something like due to you. Something is rightfully yours. And there's a little ruffle, a kerfuffle, if you will. Now let's get to the root of this. This is the far past, the root of the situation. We have this 2 sixes. We have the 6 of staves and the 6 of swords. So here's your victory. Here's your, I feel like you've come out of a difficult situation and you're getting back to good here. You're looking great. You're looking successful, and you are successful. You're making your way forward. You know, despite whatever you're walking away from, okay, that's the past. I'm looking ahead. I'm moving forward. In the recent past, so this is like throughout this week, I feel for you, the 7 of staves and then the strength card. So but you know you're winning. You've had to fight for your spot on that rock, but you're winning. You're winning, and you're not being overly aggressive where you're trying to take someone else's piece of the pie. You're really defending your right to stand, your right to be there, your right to your own piece of the pie, your own home, your own, whatever this is, whatever you're trying to manifest. It looks like stability. It looks like you're trying to manifest some long-term stability. So You might have had to keep your ego in check, or you might have had to deal with other egos and sort of really kid gloves. She's showing me Mickey Mouse gloves, like those big white mitt gloves. So you might have had to, in such a way that you still have your standing, because the Seven of Staves is a competitive advantage. You are a magician here. You can manifest. So it's like you've had to remember that. And that's what I meant, and that's what I'm getting at when I say that when you go to create justice for yourself, that you don't stew in the negativity of being a victim, because then you lose the fire. Then you just get put out like water over the fire, and you're out. Your light is out. And so you just like stew, and you just blame, and you project, and you pour mean on the victim. And that's not the point. That's not how the universe wants us to meet that energy. Okay? So I feel like you're holding on to your right, your seat at the table, so to speak. Okay? Now here in the meat of it, the meat of the weekend, we have the Devil with the Ace of Cups. So this is kind of interesting because I'm not getting an inherently Hold on. Am I missing a card? This is so weird. Now, that is so weird. I'll get to that when we get there, but I think I forgot to put a card down. Maybe that's where the King of Pentacles goes, because now I'm like missing a card. I'll show you in a minute. So what I feel like this is someone has a little bit of a hold, or not even a hold, but it's sort of natural. Like you just naturally like someone, and you can't really forget them. You can't really not be around them. You can't say no to this energy. There's this relationship, this new relationship. You have 3 aces, and you have double 10 of cups. So yeah. So I feel like at the heart of this weekend is surrounding a primary relationship. And it doesn't have to be primary, like you talk to this person every day. There's just a relationship in your orbit that you'll be putting energy into over this weekend that is very, very, it's magnetic. It's very captivating for you or for the other person or for both of you. And crossing that energy, we have the 8 of Pentacles with the Lovers. This could be a work relationship. This could be that there's a lot of energy into improving this relationship, you and someone else. So recently you've had to kind of fight for your boundary, your rights, your justice, your right to stand on that rock, and I feel like you have the competitive advantage. So I feel like it's a good move forward, because I feel like this relationship has karma with it, major karma. You're here, they're here, everyone's here to work this out. So I feel like you two will work on this with this 8 of Pentacles. Like you make the choice, because the Lovers is also that choice in love. So you make the choice to work at this, to stay, to make this really, really great. The next energy you move to is the one I only have 1 card for. So I am gonna, oh no, he was from the other deck. That's weird. Yeah, there's no other card here. It's very strange. I just like skipped it. So let's take the top card. Okay, the Knight of Wands. Top card from this deck, Knight of Wands. There's definitely an attractive undertone here. There is, whether this is professional, if this is love, if this is a love relationship for you, this is your kryptonite. Sexually too, this is your sexual kryptonite, just letting you guys know. Okay, if that's how this is resonating for you. For others of you where this is professional, ooh, sorry, I didn't mean it to be that scary sounding. If this is professional, then it's the same energy. There could even be that tension underneath the professional visage. you know, underneath the surface. But it's like, they're not going to let you go. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're not going to let this person go. They're not going to let you go. So I like that you're using this energy where you are standing up for yourself, because you're not using any other energy except the energy of justice and truth and what you deserve. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very, very honest, very, very truthful. So good on you. Good on you. And just be wary, because you might have to defend your boundaries more. You know, this is definitely... Now, what's interesting is this: if this is an attraction in the workplace developing, or an attraction developing at all, I feel like there could have been this energy of, like, the boundary was put up, but it was very difficult. It's like very difficult to maintain this professional boundary. It's very difficult to sort of say no. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult to... you know, it's difficult to say no, I don't want this. Or I feel like even internally for some people, it's difficult to, like, don't reach out to them, don't text them, don't email them, don't try to get their attention, don't, you know what that's kind of what I'm getting. But there's something that happens here where it's like, well, then it's like the passion gets unleashed. It just, like, gushes forward. It's like, it's interesting because there's this, like, relationship. I don't know. Let's keep moving. But there's this this energy is so, like, intense. Look at this. The lovers and everything. Like, it's just really, really intense. Okay. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Where you are now, the role you're currently playing. You are in the 9 of Staves and the 2 of Swords. So you do have your defenses up. You are the wounded warrior. You've been hurt many times before, and it is sort of fueling this mental outlook of, like, well, I don't know what to do. I have all this energy and no direction. I can't see in front of me. I don't know what's there. And I feel like that's this energy up here. I really feel like there's, like, you've shot your shot, and you're waiting for these ships to come back. You're waiting for them to come into the harbor. You're praying and you're wishing, you're hoping that this is not a lesson to learn, that you have to alchemize the pain into providence of, that you're hoping that this is just, like, a good thing happening. And there's a little bit of mental torture there, so be careful. Remember, release the negativity. Just let it go. What's meant to be, it'll find a way to be. What's not meant to be, it's going to crumble. It's going to absolutely fall to pieces. So, oops, sorry, hold on, I'm sorry. Get my paper back up. Okay. So we might clarify that. We'll see how this other person sees you in this situation, whatever the situation this is. You are going to go for your happiness. Like, nothing's going to stop you. The 10 of Cups, happiness, and the 5 of Swords. They see you as like, no matter what, I'm going to be happy. No matter what, I'm going to be happy. That's it. No matter what, I'm going to be happy. That's it. No matter what, I'm going to be happy. You know, I just, like, hear that. No matter what, I'm going to be happy. Okay. So, and that's not a bad thing. That's not, you know, your hope, fear, or opportunity. That's so funny. I didn't notice this. You have 2 9 of Staves. You have 2 wounded warriors with the 7 of Pentacles. That's totally your fear. Your fear is that there's nothing that will show the fruits of your labor, because you're waiting with that 3 of Staves. You're waiting, watching, hoping, and the fear is that nothing's going to come up. That you're just there's going to be half of a piece of wood that comes back out of the 3 ships that you sent out. Let that go. It's negativity. Just let that go. Your outcome. The Sun with the Knight of Swords. You are going to get some very good news. It's going to come in really quick. Lightning speed. And it's going to make you so happy. It's going to make you so happy. So happy. The good news is on its way. Okay. Oh, interesting. I'm getting a dispatch. She's saying dispatch with this energy. What does that mean? Dispatch. Maybe that's someone's confirmation watching on YouTube. This is interesting. Someone has feelings for you that I don't think they're telling you. Because you sort of stand on this rock, right? And it could have nothing to do with dating or relationships or anything. They can't let it go. No one can let it go. The Lovers with the Eight of Pentacles. This is a choice in love. It's a choice in relationship. It's a choice in how we are going to relate to someone else. That's that choice in love. Are we going to respond with love, or are we going to respond with rejection? The Eight of Pentacles is working really, really hard. This is a professional too. I feel like this is someone really, really good at what they do. And it's like once they make this choice, they dispatch this energy and they unleash it. They let it go, because this is not being expressed and it's not being shown to you. And it still might not be shown to you. This could be happening behind the scenes, where because of their passion, because of how they feel, because of, you know, this, I hate to say it, but like this like lock, that's when they dispatch this energy to go, and it's just, that's what she's giving me, dispatch. It's just interesting that you put up this Seven of Staves. And then, yeah, that's what's, thank you. This is, okay, the strongest energy is that this is not a love relationship, that this is someone that loves you, or at least feels very, very attracted to you, that you're dealing with or talking to or something, but has not told you. But they do help you. You could also be helping someone younger than you. You could be helping someone younger than you that is coming across a little bit like defensive, or, you know, they're doing something like, this is my limit, this is what I can do, this is what I can offer, this is, you know, very concrete terms. They have this competitive advantage, not because they're young, but they just I just feel like they could be just younger than you. And you make the decision to help this person. The Knights bring situations in and out of our lives. So whatever happens, the news is good. And it leads to the future environment. And the future environment is Five of Cups with this Ten of Cups. You get all the cups back. You get it all back. You get all the cups back. All of the pain of the past. Oh my God, it's been heavy. It's been so heavy. I feel you. And that's why you're like, nothing's going to take this from me now. You know? So it all works out. It'll resolve this weekend, okay? It'll all resolve. Let's get Divine Feather. Divine Feather, please. What do we need to know about this spread? And I do feel like it had something to do with like Wednesday. She's showing me the calendar with Wednesday circled. So think back to Wednesday, and if there was any kind of, I don't know, some kind of something. Maybe this was Wednesday. Maybe this was, it's going to be different for all of you. Raven, this is your feather. The universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. The universe is calling for you to notice important synchronicities, and really keep an eye on your dreams. Just, you know, just a note. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this one. Pelican. There's your feather. Choose to follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. Like that card said, when you encounter nastiness in others, when others are fearful and acting out of a fear-based, scarce mentality, like there won't be enough, I won't have enough, and they're greedy and they're hoarding, and that person needs forgiveness. That person needs patience, and that person is operating in a world where they are accepting everything that they're seeing, and they have no connection to the truth. They have no connection to divinity and source and the synchronicities of the universe, and you do. So if someone's being this way with you, forgive it immediately and move on as fast as possible so that it doesn't interrupt the vibration that you're trying to hold. Excuse me. Right as I try to say that you're trying to hold yourself. Don't let anything interrupt your own vibration. When someone is unstable and you're entangling with them, and we don't have choices a lot of times, we deal with people that we have to deal with to do stuff, let it go and separate from that energy so that you can ground yourself and really pull yourself back. And if you look for these synchronicities, you'll find them. You'll find them, okay? Oh, someone's asking me a question. It will be in your own language. So for some of you, it's like seeing pennies. You might see pennies in odd places. For some of you, it will be certain animals, the animal motifs that you see throughout your day. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be different for all of you. So just notice them. Just live your life and just, oh, I thought of someone I haven't thought of in forever, or you know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's do Moonology. Let's get another Moonology. Oh, I didn't even get Moonology. Okie dokie. Ooh. Adjustments are required, third quarter moon energy, and we're on this first quarter moon energy. And then bring love into the situation at the bottom of the deck, of course. Everything that I've been saying, of course. This is a bite that turned into a bruise. My skin is just like that. It's like ripe fruit. It bruises very easily. Bring love into the situation and adjustments are required. Okay? So don't be afraid of adjustments. Like, adjustments are okay. I actually feel like that's what you did, like moving into the week, but this could be a continuation of that energy. And just remember that you are manifesting balance. You are manifesting a balance in the energies. Okay? It's balance, equality for everybody. Okay. Is there anything that I actually don't want to clarify anything because the outcome is so great that I just want to keep it as it is. And you'll see how interesting this looks with like the two devils. They're just like these bat wings, and it's actually working for you. This Capricorn energy, this devil energy is really working for you because it's you channeling this energy. And if you're channeling this devil energy, then you're working some magic here with someone. And it's positive. It's helping your happiness and your 10 of Cups to come through. So go with the flow. Okay, that concludes your tarot report. Arteagan report. Arteagan okay. I'll save that for after the weekend. Correspondence. I have be responsible. Just be responsible in all your communications, all your emails, your text messages, your social media messages. Just try to be very responsible because you're going to be getting overwhelmed with like everything else, the energy of the media, the energy of your family, your friends, the work situation, all of that. So just control what you can control, which is your words, your projected energies. Okay. Old business psychic slips, send me your links, please. Anyone watching the old videos. New business. I think that was an orb or something, a spirit or something. It's just distracting sometimes. New business oracle decks shipping in. Sorry. Oracle decks shipping in May. Woot woot. Meeting adjourned. Thank you for letting me serve you today. I just read it. I wasn't like emotionally ready to adjourn the meeting, but I guess I can be now. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for sharing this really cool energy with me. I like it a lot. Just remember that the universe is calling for you to notice these important synchronicities. So don't miss them. And for instance, I'm meditating. I'm keeping this vibration so that no matter what happens, everything is going to be okay. And I really recommend the same. And when you're in that vibration, you can see the synchronicities. If you stew and worry and let someone bring you into their whirlwind of emotions of feeling fearful and living fearfully, that's some negativity that you've got to release in yourself so that these other people cannot like trigger you into it. So I feel like this quarter moon is definitely going to trigger all of us. And, you know, when you have that moment, just, whoa, I lost myself for a half a second, but I'm back. You got it. I love you guys. Have a beautiful weekend, and I will talk with you again on Monday, darlings. And until then, many, many, many blessings upon your heads.